Hello everyone, welcome to another part of this series. This series is going to be called Am I Actually the Strongest? And this anime came out a while ago, so without wasting time, let's start it. But 1 second, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do it. In the beginning of episode 1, our main character tells that 5 years ago, after his junior high third year, he stopped coming out of his room because he used to be a bully. He lost all. He has no goal in his life, after which we see that he is on the phone. But then suddenly the phone starts shining a lot, and as soon as our main character opens his eyes, he sees that there is a girl in front of him who is congratulating him and tells him that you are selected to be reincarnated. Listening to this, our main character understands that he died in his room. Then that girl, who is a goddess, she says to the main character that the new world you are going to, there is everything of magic, so I am giving you more power skills so that you can live there comfortably. Listening to this, our main character thinks that if I am getting a chance to reincarnate, then this time I would like to live a peaceful life, after which we see that God reincarnates him, and in the next scene we see that our main character is reincarnated, and now he is a baby who has just been born. And now we know that the father of this baby is a king. He is very happy to see the king and says that he is a very cute prince who will be able to take our place after us. He also has a royal insignia on his chest, which means he is our son. Seeing all this, our main character thinks that has he been born in a royal family, after which we see that the king wants to test his son's magic right now. He asks for another one there, and that orb starts glowing very strongly, while the king thinks that his son's level will be at least 40 to 50, but now as soon as the result comes, they are shocked to see that the child's level is only 2, and he cannot use any element. He can only use barrier magic. Hearing this, the king is very shocked. He says that how can my son and the son of the Flash Princess be like this? Now the queen also says that if people find out about this, it will not be good. They decide that they will tell the public that as soon as the prince was born, he died. Listening to this, our main character starts thinking that I have just been reincarnated. How can I die now? The king orders to leave this child far in the jungle, and in the next scene, people see that all this is seen by the goddess, and she gets worried seeing this, so the second goddess asks what happened, on which she tells that the girl I have just reincarnated, I have given her overpower skills, but no one has realized that I have forgotten to give her an element. But they have made a mistake in measuring her level. Listening to this, the goddess asks, how much level have you kept? On which the goddess says that I have kept her level 1002. They could not measure her level properly because the device in their world shows only 2 DGT. And in the next scene, we see our main character, who has been thrown into the jungle. He tries to get up, but he is not able to get up, because of course he is a child. But then he remembers that they said that he can only use barrier magic. After which our main character starts using barrier magic. He now visualizes and turns barrier magic into a cube. Seeing this, our main character is happy and says that I did not know that it would be so easy to use magic. He starts giving shape to the barrier magic in the same way. Starts giving color, starts trying different things, and then in the end he tries to put that barrier on himself, and he becomes successful. He starts controlling that barrier, because of which he now starts flying in the air. Seeing this, he becomes very happy and says that this is a very useful power. Then suddenly we see that a very big wolf monster comes there, which comes and attacks him, but that barrier is so strong that that child has nothing. Because of this, our main character gets angry, and now he uses a lot of barrier magic on him. He makes small cubes, and now he starts attacking that wolf. But nothing happens more than that, so our main character thinks that he will have to try something bigger than that, after which our main character uses barrier magic and picks up a lot of trees and starts hitting that wolf. Because of which the wolf gets a little hurt, but again it starts getting up again. Seeing this, our main character gets irritated and he picks up a whole big land. And he starts hitting that land on that wolf. Seeing this, the wolf gets scared and says that I surrender. Seeing this, our main character gets shocked and says that this wolf can talk, which happens in the next scene. We see that the wolf starts apologizing and says that I just wanted to eat you so that I can recover my mana. But I didn't know that you would be so strong. Who are you after all? But our main character is a child, so he can't speak. He now uses a little brain and attaches his barrier to his throat, because of which he starts talking and he says hello to that wolf. Seeing this, the wolf gets shocked and says that you can talk. So our main character remembers that the king had given him the name Reinhard. But he doesn't tell that name and tells that my name is Haruto. I was born in the kingdom. But because of being less human, my parents abandoned me. Seeing this, the wolf says, what are you talking about? I can sense that you're Inner mana is so much that it cannot be of any human. Are you a demon king who has reincarnated? Then Haruto thinks that he was a loser in his past life. He can't tell this to the wolf. Now he says, yes, you are right, I am the demon king. Hearing this, the wolf gets shocked and says, now understand how strong you are. I accept my defeat, you can kill me. So Haruto says, no, you don't have to kill me. Until you attack me, I will not do anything to you. Hearing this, the wolf says that you are so kind. So Haruto starts going from there, saying that I am going from here. Bye. But now that wolf is very shocked, she stops Haruto and tells him that you have spared my life. You have given me a new name. This has made a contract between us. From now on you are my master. I will serve you all my life. He starts explaining to Haruto and says that I didn't want to make a contract. Haruto is speaking, but suddenly all his energy is over and he comes down. Seeing this, the wolf gets scared and says, Master, what happened to you? On which Haruto says that I am a child, so I have to drink milk. Hearing this, the wolf says, if this is the case, then I do something. And now after saying this, we see that the wolf transforms itself into a human girl who has not worn any clothes. Seeing this, Haruto feels very shy and tells him that you should wear some clothes. After saying this, Haruto uses his bear magic to make some clothes for him, in which she looks more beautiful, after which the wolf comes to Haruto and apologizes to him and says, forgive me, I can't produce milk. Then suddenly the wolf senses that someone is coming here. He tells Haruto this and says that should I kill him? On which Haruto says no, first you talk to him, ask him what he wants. And now Haruto connects a bear with the wolf and tells him that you will be able to hear my words, after which we see that a man comes there and says that I have come to take Haruto from here. After hearing this, the wolf refuses him. Then the man says that you have no right to refuse, on which the wolf says that I have a right because he has become my master a while ago. It means that he belongs to me, on which the man says that this baby is my relative's son, he has abandoned him, so I have come to save him. After hearing this, the wolf says to him that why are you humans like this? How can you come to take back an abandoned thing? Then the man says that I know that this child is hungry, so I have brought milk for him. Seeing this, Haruto comes and says to the wolf, take this milk. But now the wolf refuses. He says to the man, have you found out that I can't produce milk? You are insulting me with this, on which the man says no, I don't care about you, but I just know that you can't raise a human child. After hearing this, the wolf gets angry and says that how can you say this with so much confidence, and why do you care about this child? Then the man says that this is related to a story. He tells that his wife was pregnant, but unfortunately the child could not be born and this child has been abandoned. Due to its potential, it doesn't matter to me, but every child who comes in this world should at least get a chance to live a good life. After hearing this story, the wolf gets sad and she starts crying, after which the man says to the wolf, let's make a deal. If he is your master, then I let you become the personal attendant of this child. Then the wolf agrees and says okay, but I will always take care of my master. And now there is a deal between the two. And now in the next scene we see that the man breaks the basket of Haruto and then he puts blood on it, so that people think that Haruto is dead, after which we see that the man starts taking them with him. And in the next scene we see that 9 years pass, where he now lives with Margrave Gold. Haruto now calls that man his dad. I have Haruto's mother and his sister. Haruto says that I was going to leave here after getting milk, but seeing their kindness, I stopped here. But there is only one problem here, my younger sister does not like me. Haruto says that I am very sad to know that my younger sister does not like me. In the next scene we see that Haruto's sister Charlotte likes Flay a lot. Seeing this, Haruto is feeling very jealous. Charlotte says to Flay that will you play with me again today, on which Flay says no, today Haruto has given me an important task, I will complete it. Then Haruto says to Flay, play with Charlotte, on which Flay agrees. And now in the next scene we see that Charlotte and Flay are playing together, but Charlotte is very happy. This thing Haruto is watching from the window. Then his mother comes there and says that don't worry about this. Charlotte doesn't play with you because she is a little shy around you, she doesn't know how to act with boys your age. See, Charlotte is so good with Flay. Now Haruto gets upset. He says that Charlotte didn't know that I am actually a 30-year-old old man. Thinking about this, Haruto gets very sad and says that maybe small children don't enjoy hanging out with old men. Then Haruto's mother says don't be sad, I have an idea, why don't you do something special for Charlotte, so that she understands that you are such a good brother for her. Anyway, you know that all our things in the future will be yours because you are Rare, so why don't you go out and play with Charlotte instead of staying in your room? But in the same way Haruto keeps taking all the advice of his mother. And now in the next scene Haruto comes to his room. He says that I have to leave this house very soon, but if I go, Flay will also come with me, and if this happens, Charlotte will start hating me more because I will take Flay away from her. I tried to explain to Flay, but she doesn't understand. She says that she will always be with me, but if I come here, I can say for sure that these people will make me do a lot of things. There we see that Haruto took 9 years to make a copy of himself, so that he can leave the copy here and leave himself, but this copy has not been completed yet. He can't even talk and can't even move. Then Haruto realizes that he will have to make a copy of Flay too. This makes Haruto crazy. Then we see that Haruto's dad starts calling Haruto down, then Haruto agrees and he comes down, where his dad tells him that from today I will teach you how to use a sword, because your mana level is very low, so you will have to develop other skills. Or are you interested in any other field? Then Haruto says yes, I am studying ancient magic. Hearing this, Haruto's dad is happy and says that I thought you would only pass time in your room, but you are doing something. So Haruto says, yes, I am going back to do my research. Then his dad stops him and says that you can also have a sword talent inside you. Until you try, you will know what will work. Then Haruto's dad gets ready to fight him. Haruto tells that his dad is a seasoned warrior who is also known as Earth-Shattering Warhammer. Haruto says, I don't think I will be able to attack my dad, so I put a barrel on myself so that my physical ability gets a little better, after which Haruto attacks his dad very quickly. But he dodges Haruto's attack. Because of this Haruto's sword goes to the ground and breaks. Then Haruto realizes that he forgot to put a barrel on his sword. But Haruto's dad is very shocked. He says what happened after all, after which he tells Haruto that I am attacking you, get ready to dodge. After saying this, he attacks Haruto very quickly. There Haruto jumps into the sky to dodge the attack, after which he comes down and is very happy and says that I have dodged a full swing attack. This is quite amazing. There Haruto's dad is very shocked. He says that only people above level 30 can dodge this attack. How did you do this? Haruto himself does not know. Haruto always checked. He thought that his level would be more than 100, but Haruto's level is only that much. It is said that humans can only reach level 77. Haruto says that. How will I be 1000? I agree that the level is only 2 and I do not have any element. I think because I do not have an element, so I can use magic efficiently. But now Haruto's dad says that all this will be a guess. Forget about all this. Let's continue our training again. There we see that all this Charlotte is also watching from behind. There in the next scene we see that Haruto's mom and Haruto's dad are sitting. Haruto's mom says to Haruto's dad that you look very strong, so Haruto's dad says yes, I am teaching Haruto to use a sword. Hearing this, Haruto's mom says that how is it going, so he says that I am doubting that Haruto is a reincarnated demon. It is said in the record of the secret royal family that a man was involved with a demon, but it is quite rare that he is born with a demonic trait. Hearing this, Haruto's mom gets upset and says that demons have horns, but Haruto has no horns, he cannot be a demon. On which Haruto's dad says yes, but it is said that there are some strange things which no one has understood yet, maybe because of their power, a demon like Flay protects Haruto. Haruto's mom gets upset hearing this. She says that Haruto is not a demon, so Haruto's dad says, don't worry, I think the same. No matter what happens, we will give our son a happy life, on which Haruto's mom also says yes, but Charlotte also hears all this. She says that Haruto cannot be a demon. And this episode ends here. If you like it, then like it. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe. I will meet you in the